right, last lesson in your 0.4. So we're doing 0.4C, staying organized. So now you've learned the structure of lessons, why we're doing it in this way. Now we're going to talk about how you stay organized. Again, some of this you've been a little bit exposed to, just kind of explaining the why and the how behind it. So due dates. So even though this is self-paced, I do have due dates to help you regulate your time, keep you on pace, and keep you organized. All lessons and assessments must be completed by the end of the unit because we're doing a, end of the unit test. So if for some reason you're behind pace, that's okay. There's time for you to catch up. We just have to make sure you're caught up by the end of the unit. But don't worry, you're never going to be doing this all on your own. I am the teacher, the facilitator in the classroom to help you stay on track and be successful in 6th grade science. All right, pause the video and write down what's in red and then continue. All right, so how will you know when these assignments are due? So there's a couple ways. So there are due dates on your lesson and unit checklists, which this is for the next lesson, but also on your checklist that you have right now. For your unit 0, you should have seen the target due dates on there. Another place is in the modules. So again, this is for a future lesson, but you can see that there are due dates under here. So again, due dates here on Canvas in your module, but also on your checklist. So that's how you know when things are due. Go ahead and pause the video and write down what's in red. All right, so how will you keep track of which lessons you're on? Well, you've got 2 ways again here. You've got this classroom public pacing tracker that is linked in Canvas, but I will also have that on the board in the morning when we're doing our do nows. Okay, so this public tracker will let you know if you're on pace and which lesson you're on. So if you look, let's look at Naraya and Namdi, right? You can see here that they're on pace. This is kind of blocking it, but you can see here on pace is July 1st. Then you can see Khalik and Lupita are behind pace, and it says which lesson they should be working on. And then you can see this person, Christina, is ahead of pace, and it tells them what they should be working on. So you've got your public pacing tracker. Pause the video and write what's in red and then continue. All right, and now you also have your checklist, right? Remember, your checklist has due dates, but it's also a way for you to keep track of what's done. You just check it off. You finished your notes, check it off. Sorting assignment, check it off. All right, so the personal checklist will allow you to keep track of activities and lesson completion. So pause the video and write that, what's in red. And lastly, the Canvas module will keep track of what you've completed. So once you submit something, it's gonna create a check mark beside it rather than it being an open circle like this. All right, so go ahead and pause the video and write down what's in red. All right, so now you've seen multiple ways that you can keep track of your lessons and how you can find due dates. Go ahead and move on to the next activity.